5.
Part 5, governance.
No, this one
I think we have already submitted the documents.
initiated the process. You have initiated.
Probably Annexure G.
I think they have.
We have already a letter given to the Nibandhak First Society and Cheats, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, for getting approval from that office. We are still, we have not received the approval letter from है और conditions है कि change of the name of society.
It is written cuts. Officially you are writing cuts. On also, net also. Cuts is written.
ప్రజెంట్ వేరే ఉంటుంది అది
మనం ఎల్ అని పెట్టుకోము
మనం 1 సెకండ్ అసలు లేదు ఉందండి మనం ఇది ఫాలో అవుతున్నది
మరి ఇక్కడ రాసి మీరు
మనం
రాసి
ఇదేం చేద్దామంటే
నేను ఎల్ అని
తీసేసి
రాసిస్తాను.
ఎల్ రాసుకోండి
మీరు రాసి
So, maybe for last 3 years. शर्मा का महेश शर्मा का तो ये डिटेल एक्ट कहाँ है?
Self parking.
Yes, our registrar. Yeah. So we are at your disposal, sir.
So we have a meeting today. So you are quite aware of the Nalanda tradition. So I don't need to.
I can't say I know everything, but I understand.
You have absolutely the idea, and then we will be. I will visit with you to my department.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then so that those in each of these individual department, Ministry of External Affairs being institute of bilateral nature, and then there's a big problem that I think the deemed universities regulations are formed. Please. In which language?
Whichever language you want.
You should be contacted.
Except in Nepali.
So, we welcome the UGC team headed by Professor Parashuramanji, and then Professor Prasadji, Madam Lakshmiji, Professor Pandaji, and Professor Yadavji. The rest of the team has already been working here with our team, and before we proceed further, should I ask to introduce very briefly your name and department, please, so that you get acquainted through the team, starting from Professor Govind.
Yes, sir.
I am in the research department.
Dr.
American research professor.
Shastri, Translation Department, Research Faculty.
Economics. Please speak loudly so that we can hear you. Dean of the students, yes.
आप माइक से बोलिए सर.
मैं डॉक्टर धर्मदत्त चतुर्वेदी, अध्यक्ष संस्कृत विभाग एवं शब्द विद्या संकाय तथा प्राच्य एवं आधुनिक भाषा विभाग.
मैं डॉक्टर ठाकुर चन्ने की दुर्लभ बोध का शोध विभाग, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, सीनियर एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर.
Gisha Yarfel, head of Moolshastra department.
मैं
President, Head Department of Sorry.
Dr. Pema, in charge publication unit.
In charge of
Publication unit.
publications, very important.
Professor Jampasamten, Dean, Faculty of
Adunik Vidya. Yes.
Means what?
Social Science.
Social science. I will introduce you the faculty center part. क्या हो गया भाई?
Prabhupada Yadav, NCP. That's another banda. Punjab University.
Yeah. Yeah. UGC Joint Secretary.
I am Professor Prasad, University of Hyderabad.
University of Hyderabad and the
Center for Buddhist Studies.
Center of Buddhist Studies. Yes. Director of Center of Buddhist Studies.
I am Parasuraman from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences in Mumbai. I am so very sorry that I couldn't come yesterday. I came only late in the evening, and I have been talking to my colleagues, so I know what they have done.
Yes.
And today I will work. Thank you.
No, you have been working since yesterday through communication. Yes, yes please.
आप फोन यूज कीजिए सर.
Or you speak loudly.
Kishir Lawson Jansen. My name is Kishir Lawson Jansen, head of the Sampradaya Shastra.
Sampradaya Shastra.
मैं कंसर्न नामरोड restoration unit का head. I'm Bhagwat Singh, I'm head of the department of Tibetan language and literature. Dr. Kandapurte, in charge of library.
Library. Yes. Thank you. So first of all,
We have some.
oh yeah, here we are. I'm sorry, you were hidden behind the camera. Bone Shastra. This is indigenous Tibetan religion. Yes.
My name is Rashid Singh. I'm both Buddhist and head of the course.
Both Jyotish. That's okay. So, first of all, I would like to greet our team. Professor.
Yes, sir. One more. This I value very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Prasad.
Madam Lakshmi ji.
No, I didn't.
So I would like to go through this presentation quite fast because we have already.
You told us, sir.
Yes. So I don't think we need to tell about this, university because you have already got acquainted through many documents and discussions. So. And the institute's unique nature and the mode of functioning was duly recognized on the recommendation of the University Grant Commission, and and on that it was granted the status of deemed to be university in 1988. And the university is internationally known as an important.
Put it on the mic.
Yeah.
Put it on the mic.
Yes,
Yes,
I
it is
yes,
audible now.
yes. The university is internationally known as an important center of Buddhism and Tibetan studies, and it is being approached for more collaborations and exchange programs from various countries in Asia, Russia, Australia, Europe, and America. However, due to limited resources, we have been very selective in accepting the collaboration and exchange program requests.
We should tell them to give resources.
Yes, that is, we have been doing this quite often in all of our proposals, but we get a, deaf ears.
So no, they have to give money, so then we can collaborate.
Right. And then the objectives, as you know, I do not need to mention, is to preserve the Tibetan culture heritage, including the language, literature, religion, philosophy, and art of Tibet. And the second is to preserve ancient Indian science and literature preserved in Tibetan language but lost in the original. So we will visit the library and the restoration and translation departments, where we will be able to tell you how we are restoring these things and how the ancient Indian, the legacy of the knowledge system belonging to Nalanda Dakshashila are enshrined in Tibetan, the literature and in Tibetan culture. Third is to provide the traditional Tibetan education along with the modern subjects and modern approaches to learn to students from Tibetan community in exile, Himalayan region of Indian and neighboring countries who had formerly availed of the opportunity of receiving higher education in Tibet. Fourth is to provide the opportunity for study and pursuit of degrees in traditional Indo-Tibetan Buddhist subjects in the framework of modern society, modern university, and the pursuit of research in Tibetan and Buddhist studies. The sixth is to impart education in science, humanities, and other disciplines along with the Buddhism and Tibetan studies, with the view to inculcate moral value and develop an integrated personality. The CUTS has 5 faculties and 11 departments. The faculties of Hetu and Adhyatma Vidya. This has been the tradition of Nalanda and Buddhist system since ancient time, that the major 5 fields of studies are divided into Hetu Vidya, Adhyatma Vidya, Shabda Vidya, Shilpa Vidya, and the Chikitsa Vidya. So accordingly, we have accommodated these Vidyas in 5 faculties. The first is the faculty of Hetu and Adhyatma Vidya, which has a department of Mool Shastra. Mool Shastra is the root Shastra, which refers to the Indian philosophical systems of Buddhism. The next is the department of Sampradaya Shastra, which evolved in Tibet as a major tradition. We have 4 Sampradayas in Tibet, Nyingma, Kagyu, Sakya, and Gelok. So all of these traditions are represented here and studied. Then we have the department of Bon Sampradaya Shastra, which is the indigenous Tibetan religious and philosophical system. The second one is the faculty of Shabda Vidya, which has a department of classical and modern language, and a department of Sanskrit and department of Tibetan language and literature. Perhaps this is the only university in India where Sanskrit is a compulsory language for all the students. And then the faculty of Adhunik Vidya, we have department of social sciences, which includes political science, economics, and history, Asian history and Tibetan history. Then we have a faculty of Shilpa Vidya, which has a department of traditional Tibetan painting and department of traditional Tibetan wood carving. And then we will be seeing their the displays. Faculty of Sowa Rigpa and Tibetan Jyotish, it has a department of Sowa Rigpa, which is Tibetan tradition of medical science, and then the department of Bodh Jyotish, the Tibetan Jyotish. CUTS has 4 research departments which are engaged in different unique areas of research. One is the restoration department, restoring the lost Sanskrit works of ancient Indian tradition of Nalanda and other monastic universities. So far, more than 70 texts have been restored and many are being restored. In the second is a translation department, translating the Buddha's teachings, works of ancient Indian masters and Tibetan masters into Hindi and English languages. So far, more than 85 treatises are translated and many are in process. Then we have a rare Buddhist text research department doing research on unpublished rare Buddhist manuscripts of important treatises. So far, 34 major and 50 minor texts have been published. Then we have fourth department of research, dictionary department, compiling dictionaries of Tibetan into Sanskrit, Tibetan to Sanskrit, and vice versa in general and technical subjects. 16 volumes of Tibetan Sanskrit dictionary has been published, and currently the department is compiling technical dictionaries of Tibetan Jyotish, Tantra, Ayurveda, Nyaya, and preparing the reverse and the student's version of a 16-volume dictionary. Then we have, as I told you, the Center of Tibetan Literature. This was established 6 years back with the objective of bringing up a comprehensive history of Tibetan literature and translating literary works in other languages into Tibetan. This center also does independent researches on Tibetan literature. CUTS has been concentrating its effort for advancement of its education system with a special emphasis on teaching and research, with which the university can make the best contribution to society by raising the horizon of knowledge and wisdom. We have the legacy of the knowledge treasure of highly reputed ancient universities like Nalanda, Vikramshila, Takshashila, which have made unparalleled contribution to humanity, which are still the most relevant knowledge system in the ultra-modern age. Some of the major developments made in the recent past: opening of a new department of traditional fine art with a unique curriculum that is aimed at producing fine artists and art scholars. With the effort of CUTS, the Tibetan medical system Sowa Rigpa was recognized by Central Cabinet and approved by both houses of Parliament. The Sowa Rigpa department is doing research in various diseases and drugs. CUTS has a collaboration and exchange programs with many universities and academic institutions in Asia, Russia, Europe, United States of America, and
Can I ask a
Australia.
question?
Yes, please.
Now, with the CUTS, the Tibetan medical system
Yes.
was recognized by the Central Cabinet and both houses of Parliament.
Yes.
So this should have been done after the appropriate bodies have given their clearance to Parliament.
No, this is first of all, because this system itself is centuries old and actually millennia old system, and it is prevalent not only in Tibetan society but also in Mongolia, in Nepal, in many other places. So this has already a very rich system of teaching and practice. So we approached the Indian government to give us a recognition of this medical system, which is in practice and which has a very rich system. And then the Ayush formed a committee to scrutinize and see how this has kind of rich system and history and philosophical backgrounds and things like that. So it constituted a committee.
That is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Ayush did constitute a committee,
Yes.
which reviewed it.
Yes.
Then it took to the Parliament.
And took it to the Parliament.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes. Yes.
So that means that you
And
have
I
gone.
headed the committee, and it was constituted by Ayush. Yes.
So Ayush is a government of
Yes.
India ministry,
Right.
and
Right.
it has the right to set up a
Set up,
committee
yes.
to approve the curriculum,
Yes.
and which went to the Parliament.
Yes, and then, at the moment now the Indian Council of Medical Science is under consideration, taking into account the curriculums at different institutions.
Okay.
So they are now streamlining the
And let them
curriculum.
do, that is their job.
Yeah.
But you have gone through a process.
Yes, yes, we have gone
You
through
have
the
gone through a
process. Yes,
process, and
yes,
that
yes.
process is because if Parliament doesn't have any knowledge of anything,
Right.
so it has to go through some process,
Right.
and it has gone through the process.
Right, right, yes. Then the Parliament steering committee also invited us to make
That is
presentations.
fine.
Yes. And Kurt says, yeah, okay.
So this, if you say Kurtz does research on various diseases and drugs.
Yes.
So these drugs, what process it goes through for general use?
Now we have the collaboration for research with Emory University, one of the most regarded medical institute of United States. So we sent our the doctor over there to do research with the drugs and the herbs for HIV, AIDS, and hepatitis. So the results so far, after 5 years of experimentation and things like that, it has been quite promising. And now it is at the stage that finalizing the formulas and things like that.
But when Emory does something, it goes to the CDC, Center for Disease Control,
yes,
for final approval, or
Right.
FDA.
Yes.
So, so it means that it goes through that process there also.
There also, yes, it goes. And we have a collaboration, a formally signed MOU with the medical department of Emory.
Emory.
Yes.
Okay. So so drugs go through that process, and government has approved the broader, courses
Courses, yeah.
that you are offering.
Right.
Enama? No, because see, Ayush is the Ayush
Is the
part of
umbrella.
umbrella thing, and MCI, Medical Council of India, may not have, that is allopathy, na? They may not have
Allopathy, yes.
this particular thing. So if Ayush has agreed, seen this, then it is okay. It had
is
a
okay,
committee
yeah.
and it has
Yes,
seen
yes.
it, and that took it to the cabinet and parliament, because it doesn't go to parliament without going to the cabinet.
Yes, yes, right. And then Kutz is making attempts to revive the ancient Indian tradition of dialogue between Buddhism and non-Buddhist Indian philosophical school.
It's very important.
Professor Prasadji knows very well, and you all know very well. So we have been trying to revive this tradition by inviting scholars from Vedant and Sankhya and Nayayikas, having dialogue. And then also we have started a program of interaction between Buddhism and Western philosophy. Kutz has been making contribution on different areas on the request of the following state governments, with the Bihar government for a major project to translate the entire Kankyur, which is Buddha's teachings, Tenkyur, the Indian master's works, which runs into more than 3,000 titles, and the Sungbum, which runs into more than several hundred thousand the titles, brought by Rahul Sankrityayan from Tibet. And then with the Sikkim government in bringing up academic programs of Buddhism and Tibetan studies in Namgyal Institute of Tibetology, Gangtok, Sikkim. And with the Madhya Pradesh government in establishing the Sanchi Buddhist and Indic studies. Since 1906, Kutz has organized 5 international conferences and several national conferences, maintaining international standards in both academic deliberations and organizational systems. One of them was organized in collaboration with the Columbia University, USA, and another with the Delhi University.
And these conference outcomes were published?
Yes, they are published. Yes. Yeah. Innovative measures undertaken to enhance and develop the quality of education in Kutz. So recruitment of teacher. So one of the key factors undermining the quality of education system in India is the inappropriate recruitment process. This allows to bring unqualified teachers, which affects the teaching and research badly. In order to address this issue, Kutz has developed the following procedures to select the best. First, we make the candidates to make a presentation. The candidates are asked to make a presentation for 15 to 30 minutes to a group of students. The entire team of officials and experts of the selection committee also witness the presentation and their interaction with students. Then after that, they go to interview. After the presentation, the candidate is called for interview, during which he or she is asked in-depth question about the relevant subjects, which enables the team to clearly assess the candidate's command over the subject matter, irrespective of the number of candidates. If no candidate is found to be expected to the expected level, the post is decided to be re-advertised. Then for students' evaluation system.
So just to go back,
yes.
So it means that you have API score.
Yes.
You follow the API score?
That is appraisal. Yes, this is for
general recruitment.
Yeah. And the points.
So
yes.
basically, presentation follows what percentage of weightage?
We have not given such a
because according to the Supreme Court norms,
yes,
interview has only 20% weightage.
I see. Yes.
Because that's where subjectivity can be removed.
Yes. Yes. And the presentation itself, we have many interesting.
That's a very important part.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah.
Because if the fellow knows to teach or not.
Not, and also the command of the subject. Yes.
Yes, sir.
30% on presentation and 20% on
interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Then for students' evaluation system, even with the good teachers, if the evaluation system is not holistic and challenging, we cannot keep the students on their toes. The written examination pattern currently prevalent in India is not only absolutely inadequate but also not conducive to serious learning. The evaluation system needs to be multidimensional. CUTS has developed certain measures of evaluation so that the students' academic standard can be assessed from various angles. We are planning to introduce other means of evaluation. One of the evaluation system is written examination. CUTS has developed a practice of setting question papers on the basis of thorough research. The questions in each subject have to be comprehensive, covering entire course. This makes the students to study entire.
You can skip.
Yeah, and then we have. I treat this important because this plays, a prominent, fundamental role in bringing up our academic standard. So in that question, we have information demanding information, analysis, and reflections, and then also essay type of.
And you have assignments also.
Yes. Then we have, and now these because of this kind of introduction of typical question paper setting, so students they study in groups and and go for tuitions and things like that. So these are some of the pictures of the
you
students.
Give away the question ahead of examination or only during the examination?
Excuse me?
No, you give the question paper before examination or during the examination?
Oh, during the examination, of course, yes. Yes.
I give before 1 week before examination question paper, and the students are supposed to prepare because there is no straight answer. Because as Vice Chancellor said, if they were to information, analysis, and reflection, you can't get it by reading at it. You have to prepare for it.
Yes.
So that is where I give away 1 week ahead of time.
Yes.
And it's not possible for them to come very clean on it.
Yeah. And this kind of practice is also there, that students are given, and then they have to face the Viva also.
Yeah, Viva also.
Yes. Then the semester system we have, then written assignment. As I said, besides regular informal written assignment, every student has to write a formal major.
They have to write it in English only?
No, in their respective languages. The major assignments on each subject in every semester. This assignment carries 10 marks of the total marks of the subject. The evaluators judges the assignment on the basis of the following 4 criteria, that is information and organization, mode of analysis, reflection on the issue, and language and style.
This doesn't 10% is too low for the efforts the students put in.
Actually, we are still considering about raising either making
30-40%.
Then the written examination
has to be reduced.
That's okay.
60%.
60%.
Make it
60 and 40.
60-40 is okay.
Okay,
We leave it to you.
But that
you
is
know,
good. We have also been contemplating on this issue.
For nature of information, assignment you are wanting to do, then 10% is inadequate.
Absolutely, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Okay, and then we have presentation. Students are required to make presentations in each classes on any topic covered so far by the teacher. One day in a week, 6 days working, 6 working days is dedicated to presentation, during which the students make presentation for 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes the topic is given in advance for preparation, whereas sometimes in a lottery basis, they have to speak ex tempo on a topic given. Then attendance. It is important to make sure that the students attend classes regularly.
Now, in my system, if they are in the campus, they must attend 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Because what else they will do?
That's true. That is true. I got encouragement from you. Yes. So that's very good. So
unless they are sick,
yes.
But then we will know if they are sick.
Yes, that's true. Good. It is made mandatory for every student to attend 85% of the total classes in a semester. Students who fail to attend to meet the minimum number of classes are not allowed to sit in the examination. 10% of the total marks in the subject is allotted to attendance. Okay, so then we have.
I don't understand the last point. If
you
don't allow them to attend the examination for failing to attend the classes, then you don't need to give 10% mark for attendance.
Because it goes only above 85.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But this is their responsibility to attend the classes. Our responsibility to teach.
Right.
And we give 10% marks for attendance.
Yes. And they have to attend at least 85.
They have to attend 100%, but 10-15% they can skip.
Yeah, 10-15% they are students skip. Either sickness or any kind of things.
Yes. But 100% they should attend. Yeah. But then why we are giving 10%?
10% is for the 15%.
That's fine for that.
Yeah. And if somebody attends 100%, then the student gets 10%. 10%. Yeah. No, because you see, out of if a student attends only 85%, then he doesn't get any marks. If he gets attends more than 80, more than 85, then they get percentage.
Incentive to attend.
Yeah, incentive. It is incentive.
No, I don't think that.
In a campus where it is completely residential for the students, it doesn't make much sense to give marks.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense. Suppose it is 100%, you can give 1 mark.
No.
In worst case.
That's what. See, basically, why would students come to class? They come to class because they like the teacher, they like the subject, And in fact, one of the things that has happened in recent years is that smart students going to class means that teacher has to prepare very well.
Yes.
They are so afraid of going to class, teachers, because they have to prepare very well. Teacher has to prepare. Students are coming, and if the teachers prepares more, the students keep coming. So, but anyway, you keep on to that. But we are just argument first. We are putting an argument.
Yes.
So who goes on leave?
Yeah,
go 1 minute, sir. Go back.
Yeah.
Leave for less
than
then
3 days.
have.
I didn't read this. In case of teachers who goes on leave for less than 3 days, the classes missed during the period are covered by the teacher after his or her return by taking extra classes. When the teachers go for leave for more than 3 days, then classes are managed by the department either by assigning the classes to other members or by hiring someone from outside.
I think you're leaving the teacher lightly. It is teacher's responsibility to teach.
Okay?
Has to cover. You can't substitute with other people, then they will go away.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Now, class lectures. Besides general lectures, talks, and regular teachings in the classes, class lectures are conducted for individual classes by inviting scholars, experts from other universities within and outside Varanasi. These lectures are given on issues related to the subjects to provide opportunity for students to get exposure to different scholars with their expertise in their respective fields. This practice has proven to be successful in enriching the students' knowledge on their subjects.
So you get to how often you get visiting the special lectures?
Actually, we have made it a kind of 3 lectures in each class in one semester. Extra lecture. Suppose a teacher is teaching 3 subjects, then he has to invite at least 9 lectures, inviting scholars from outside. Yeah.
Why don't you make it as university wide rather than specific to a class?
Excuse me?
No, when somebody comes, make it open for all the students. Yeah.
No, one thing that I found, there is a practice in Harvard, Columbia, and other universities. For example, because I was a part of that, when the foreign minister, I was there, foreign minister from Pakistan came. So the political science department, the classes, not general lecture. In general lecture, there is a different environment because every student do not get the opportunity to ask. But their subject at that time was Pakistan and in India and the subcontinental, and then they asked the Pakistan foreign minister to come to their class, and then discuss the issue in great detail. That was so helpful. The students get direct exposure to related scholars and persons, and to discuss in detail. And in a classroom atmosphere, every student feels that this is our class.
Their class, of course. Yes. No, you go ahead with this.
Yeah.
But there are some open lectures too.
Of course, yes. We have often open lectures, general lectures, certainly we have. And sometimes departmental lectures, sometimes the faculties also conduct their lectures. So these are all the general lectures. Then you can see some of those lecture scenes. Extracurricular workshops and seminars for students. The students are given opportunity to organize seminars and workshops at local and national level on any topic they choose related to specific areas of discipline, education, culture, and society. They invite scholars and students from other universities and institutions. The expenditures are borne by the university. Camps. Different organizations of the students, like the Students' Welfare Committee, Students' Journal Board, and other organizations of students' body, organize camps for seniors as well as junior students on various subjects, inviting scholars from within and outside university. So these are the pictures of some of the camps they have conducted. And then we have projects for students. In order to encourage students to participate in...
Is it compulsory?
This is not compulsory. It is not
compulsory.
It is not. In order to encourage students to participate in different projects, the students are given opportunity to apply for study, translation, and other research projects, or service projects like helping the children and people in slums. Based on their requirement, the students are given funds ranging from 5,000 to 20,000. If their applications are found justifiable, a committee of teachers select the application, and the deserved applicants are provided the grant. The fund for this grant is received from external sources. Earlier we received
from... So this is for the master students?
No, it is not necessarily for master. It can be from the bachelor students as well, yes.
Is under any specific teacher's guidance?
It is not necessary. The student can seek guidance from a teacher, but at the same time they may have their own kind of independent research. Of course, they will seek guidance from various resources. Yes.
But it is not assigned that the student is assigned some teacher. In coordination with the teacher, he has to do this.
No, it is not necessary. They can choose, right?
It is independent.
Then we have a social media and...
So there is an outcome of this?
We have they have published works.
They published a few works.
Yes.
Once
translations.
they submit
Yes.
the project report,
Yeah.
does it get evaluated by a group of teachers? or
Teachers, yes,
experts?
yes. It is, yes, it is sent to the teachers, and it is
Then it is published.
right, and then it is, and when it comes to a publication of either a journal or a translation, then it is guided by teachers or scholars of the university. Then we have a social media and global change coursework. The social media and global change coursework, an international students collaboration program, offers a platform to interact between students of GUTS and USA, and work in small action teams using live video conferencing and other social media to find and implement solutions to social media challenges and other issues. In this program, a team of students of university has been interacting with the students of University of Washington, USA.
Seattle?
It is Washington, Seattle. On various topics ranging from values to culture,
Values, culture to social problem.
values, culture to social problems and its solutions. The program is conducted under the supervision of a professor from each of the universities. The program became successful. The coordinator of the Washington University, USA, Professor Greg Took, visited CUTS to interact with our students and conduct interaction with the students of University of North Carolina, USA as well, in which Professor Sonia Kapoor from UNC is also has also participated.
Your teachers go outside the country?
Yes, we have collaborations, and occasionally our teachers also go to teach at other universities. These are some of those exchange programs, video conferencing, live video conferencings.
You should be uniform. You should say University of Washington, because University of Washington is in Seattle.
Yeah.
Washington University in St. Louis.
St. Louis, I see.
So you should be uniform in nomenclature.
Okay. And then we have summer school. During summer vacation of the university, that is from the last week of May to the first week of July, selected students of university are sent to various Tibetan communities and Buddhist communities in the Himalayan region of India to teach Buddhist philosophy, values and culture, as well as Tibetan language and history to the interested students and people of the community. We have been receiving good feedback from communities of the respective places, and it has proven to be very educative and enriching for our students as well.
But these Buddhists may be from various formation.
Right. We have from the Himalayan region, from the West Bengal, Darjeeling.
But they all don't belong to your sect.
Most of them, they belong to our tradition, Tibetan Buddhist tradition.
Okay. So only to Tibetan Buddhist tradition places they go.
Yes. We sent to Himachal, Kinnor, Laos, Spiti, and Lahul, and then we sent to
Ladakh,
and to West Bengal, and then we sent to Tawang, Arunachal Pradesh, and South Indian, and Karnataka.
Mysore and other places.
Mysore and other places. Then leadership training. Under a collaboration program, leadership training is conducted for our students by the scholars from MIT, Massachusetts, USA on a yearly basis. The program seeks to provide the students with the space to reflect upon the concept of success and what it means to live an extraordinary life. It also seeks to provide them with a set of tools to help them better define success in their life, as well as to help them find their personal signature as an extraordinary leader. As a follow-up of the action-oriented program, the students are divided into various groups engaged in different kinds of social works within the campus and in other places like slums, where they teach the children and educate the elders and provide some material facilities.
We can educate the elders?
Excuse me?
No. What wisdom young people have to educate the elders?
Elders, they health, So health education. Mainly they do on health education,
something like that.
and then for the children they give kind of the
children fine, but
yeah.
elder
It's a mostly health education. Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Sir, under this collaboration, is it that the entire expenditure is borne by the university?
Which
For the students
collaboration?
going to MIT?
MIT.
No, MIT scholars come to our place on their own expenditure.
They are,
You do not send?
No, we don't send. So far, we don't send to their places.
you
But,
talk to them and they make.
and now we have a plan that we will make it a collaborative kind
This is
of
what we
thing,
should do.
and then we can also contribute. To
So we have
Yes.
collaboration,
Ji.
and all collaboration. I'll tell them that we are a government institution,
Ji.
so we have no money. So not only you or people pay and come, when my people come, you pay them as well as feed them and house them,
Ji, 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 right.
and no tuition fees is charged.
Ji, 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 right,
Otherwise,
right.
I don't sign.
Right.
You know, for joining hands, they sign anything, and pay money also. So, what is their problem? Money, you know, it's not big money.
So these are our students distributing books and
sir, yeah,
you know things and
very
also
good.
teaching in the schools.
Yeah.
And then we have a mentorship program here. The students receive knowledge and get general guidance from the teachers in their regular classes. However, in classrooms, the teachers and the students cannot discuss certain specific matters which the teachers and the students find important in their daily and personal life, and provide guidance on their career and personal issues. Therefore, we attach one teacher to every 5 to 7 students in every session, and they are advised to meet at least once a week to discuss on any issue they find relevant or useful, ranging from their daily life to study and career development and to inculcation of values.
Yeah, this is very good. In fact, we
Yeah.
appreciate the spirit.
Yeah. And then we have a gain experience while learning project.
This is excellent.
Students should learn to work in different capacities. Therefore, they are engaged in different departments of the university, including library and administration, in order to gain experience while they are studying. Therefore, selected students are given opportunity to work for 2 hours a day with the remuneration of 50 rupees per hour. To gain experience in those different departments of the university. We do not give more than 2 hours working time, as it would hamper their study. This has become a popular exercise in the university.
Actually, you need to consider whether every day 2 hours or you give one day as a whole, because you know what happens is that they are going to community. They don't go to they go to community.
Later they go to community. Of
If
course.
they go to community, 2 hours it takes go and come.
Yeah.
So give them the whole day.
No, then what happens? This hampers their study time.
Sunday you send them away. Anyway, it's holiday, na?
Okay.
If they want to earn some money, let them earn on a holiday.
Okay. Computer course.
It's fine, sir. You can.
We can. And then also we have a
Vipassana meditation. That is very good.
Yeah, we have started meditating in our respective classes, but then for specific and for exclusive meditation, we send our students to meditation centers for 10 days.
You have meditation centers
We
here?
don't have meditation centers here, but we have Vipassana centers in the nearby.
But you should have one.
Later we may think about having a meditation center, but at the
You should have
moment.
taken us to meditation as soon as we came here.
Yeah. Okay. So
this is very good.
Yes, and eventually we have idea about developing a center for peace in which we can train students and other people for for meditation and other things.
Yeah.
Then this is computer center and students journal. The students body publishes a students journal biannually, in which students contribute materials for various kinds like
Is it reviewed?
articles.
The articles which they submit is reviewed.
It is not reviewed in such, but it is reviewed by the editorial board.
There is an editorial
Yes.
board that reviews.
Yes, yes. articles on particular issues, translations of important work, poems, fiction stories, etc. The publication cost is partly funded by the university body, because we say that you can sell the publication and keep that money that you out of the sale, and then just to utilize that for the next publication. And besides that, they also publish proceedings of seminars and workshops they organize. Education tour. Now this is very general in every university that we send education. Yes, and these are some of the and on the top. Those are the they are journals and publications. Students have published their own books and poetries and fiction stories and translations like that. And then with these measures undertaken to improve the standard of the education, perceptible results are observed, some of which are: they are seen advanced with the knowledge, understanding, critical faculty, communication skill, writing skill, and confidence. Some students topped in national poetry competition among the students of higher institutions in India. And many students published their books during their student's life. One student participated in some of the international renowned conferences in which his presentation was highly applauded. Many of the written assignments submitted by the students are of high quality. Many of the students' presentations are made with the quality of research and research values and findings. The presentations that are made on Saturdays. Contribution to environment. Maintaining a green environment campus. During winter, we have more than 35 varieties of flowers. Successively for years, our flowers, lawn and plants are awarded to being the best or the next in Varanasi. Water recharging system. In order to contribute to raise the level of groundwater, it is extremely important to recharge the rainwater back to ground, which otherwise flows into the river and goes to ocean. Kutch's entire campus has a water recharging system, which has significantly contributed to maintain the groundwater level.
Very good.
Then sewerage treatment system. Wastewater treatment system is introduced to stop the wastewaters flowing into rivers.
You have a river close by?
Ganga.
Ganga?
Yeah, yes, all the way down to Ganga. Then the university campus is free from ragging.
That's fine, sir. Smoking people do?
Yeah, so instead of ragging, the senior students organize orientation camps for freshmen, in which the seniors give presentations and do all the managerial works and serve foods.
Good.
So when we got the circular from UGC that give us the report of regarding your the control of ragging, then we sent those stories and pictures of the senior students serving junior students. And it is also free from smoking. Offices, classrooms, library, and even the hostels are free from smoking.
But they can smoke outside the campus.
We don't have control outside. Once they are outside campus.
No, outside means just go out of the gate and smoke.
One way.
They cannot smoke in the periphery after.
Yes,
periphery also?
Yes.
Okay. That's very good.
So,
yes, sir. Please keep an eye on it.
And the campus is also free from fireworks. Noticing the seriousness of serious effects of firework on environment, even during the festivals like Deepavali, Holi, and Tibetan New Year, the students have pledged not to play with the fireworks in order to restrain from polluting environment.
See, they have pronounced Deepavali like in Tamil they pronounce.
And Deepavali. This is Sanskrit.
But that's what Tamils pronounce.
I see.
But in
now in Hindi it is Diwali.
Diwali.
Yes.
Deepavali is our Tamil people do that.
So this is the end of my presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you didn't tell us about what are the courses you offer and how many students are there. That presentation is there? Sir?
Yes, sir.
You didn't tell us about which are the courses you offer.
Okay.
You have an undergraduate program?
We have undergraduate program, we have a postgraduate program, we have MPhil and PhD.
Okay.
And also we have a pre-university course, or PUC. And and the major streams are philosophy, Tibetan medicine, Tibetan Jyotish, and then Tibetan fine art. And in the mainstream of philosophy, we also teach social sciences and many other languages.
So you have, so how many postgraduate programs you have? 5.
We have
Philosophy,
philosophy and medicine and fine art. And from next year, we are going to have on Tibetan language and literature and Tibetan history. From next year.
So right now you have 3.
And from next year we are going to have
next
5.
year is coming year, that in from June, July.
Yes, yes. We
August.
Yes, we.
So up
Five.
Already 5.
Already 5.
But
Yeah. They have 5
आप
people.
बताइए सर.
Oh, bone, huh? Sorry, but fine art. Jyotish, right. And now we are going to have 7 from next year. Yes, right.
How do you admit them? Yeah, you advertise newspapers.
No, for the master, we have those who have finished the undergraduate from here. Because this is a very specific course that we provide here.
Integrated program.
This is a 9-year integrated program.
The integrated program. They don't admit in the middle.
Yes. Yes.
They don't admit in the middle.
Yes, we don't admit because the qualification system is.
That is what they have mentioned here. Let's see.
Then they will
No in between admission is allowed. Integrated courses, Sauripa, both UGC, traditional do not.
So as soon as the children finish the SSLC, they come here.
PU course. And from there it continues up to Vidyavana.
Any questions you want to ask?
So, yeah, so now the next is in the evening we have special sessions, interaction with the faculties and staff and students.
Yeah.
And now our program is to move to the library and so shall we go for
We'll
a visit?
move,
Yes.
na? We'll
Yes.
move.
Because the examination is.
No, I'm carrying my bag. No. I still, when I get bored, I will tell you.
Fine art painting done by our students. This is a traditional and this is modern painting done by
This is all art sent. These are all sold.
these are so far not sold, but later we are. Each has its own very defined iconography. Materials, natural, all natural stone. Look at this. 1 month.
It's a good dress.
At the moment, we don't have a exclusive place for our fine art, for our medicine, for all of these departments. We have put them in other wherever we get some empty.
So basically, what
I see.
they give me round
Pills.
tablets, pills. Yeah.
Those are when they are
It all deals with the nervous system.
and then we have the literatures here, you can see.
जी इसका सब
Tibetan language. Those are manuscript. Manuscript.
His Holiness can sit on this? Yes, His Holiness has already given many teachings sitting on this throne. Yes.
And I was asking, these all needed to be digitized.
I think they are digitized.
They are
yes,
yeah.
yes, I think they are digitized. Now this is our woodcraft center.
You need a big place.
Yes, we certainly need, and then we can display a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Precious kind of animal. Yes. But in Tibet we don't have elephant.
No, you don't have.
That is, the 13th Dalai Lama brought one elephant.
gentle kind of
And
animal.
so the Tibetan people used to say Hatiji.
Hatiji.
Into several 27 volumes and it has more than 100 volumes. And then it has 104 volumes.
All medical texts.
Medical texts. When the committee was constituted by Irish, then we started collecting the literature about Sawaripa. Then when we came up with more than 2,000 lists of then I introduced you the Rare Buddhist Text Research Department. So they have been working on getting collecting the rarest of the rare manuscripts.
Very difficult to collect.
Very difficult
to get it.
And then it is deciphered and transcribed into modern Devanagari. These are the books we have brought now so far. It's a very इस तरह का है उसका हम कंपेयर करते करते और टिबेटन से कंपेयर करते करते वो बना इसका एक दिखाइए ये अब हम कोलेक्ट करने के बाद सभी लोग साथ बैठते हैं और फिर ये बनाते हैं हमारे यहाँ के रिसर्च का जो है इसका रिकॉग्निशन और एप्रिशिएशन थ्रू और
हम लोग ऐसा करते हैं
This is Tibetan. Yeah, I know. The letters look like Kannada. No, not Devanagari. Kannada. Andhra.
Maybe because the Tibetan script, this script was formulated in the 7th century based on the Gupta script of that time. Yes.
That's how it has that.
That is why you can find there are many like here. वही सब ये और हमारे इस डिपार्टमेंट में स्क्रिप्ट जो है बच्चे सैनिक कितना स्क्रिप्ट जानते हैं
ये है रेस्टोरेशन, ट्रांसलेशन और डिक्शनरी, तीन डिपार्टमेंट्स के हम लोग अपने नमूने पर यहाँ रखा है। ये सब है पूरा मिल करके 68 या 70 रेस्टोर टेक्स्ट है ये लिस्ट है। तो सर्वप्रथम भवनकर्म, वो कमलशील का द्वितीय चैप्टर जो नहीं मिल रहे थे उसका किया था। इसके बाद बोधिपथ प्रदीप जो अतिश तिब्बत में गए थे तो उन्होंने एक रचा था तिब्बत में ही उसको रचना तिब्बत ही में जी। तो ये सब कुल मिलाकर यही आचार्य शांतिलक्षित, आचार्य कमलशील और आचार्य अतीश दीपंकर शास्त्र से जो टिबेटन लैंग्वेज में अनुवाद नहीं किया है उसका भी कर रहा है। तो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है चरक का संहिता तिब्बत में नहीं है। आर्य त्रिस्त कंस्कोर सूत्र है। यस वज्र सूची है पब्लिश करके जाते हैं विदेश में उनको ऐसा था
एक अलग से 2 वॉल्यूम ये संदर्भ में छपा है।
Oxford University, 1 volume, one is over. English is 1 volume is over.
Now we are preparing the reverse version and the students' version.
No, I will fix it. चाय तो पिया है the back there nobody it's all
So he is the library in charge at the moment. So go ahead.
This is our Zhongwen stage.
You are acquainted with the works of Professor.
Yes. Joshin.
Yeah. The central focus of our collection is Buddhism, Tibetan studies and Himalayan studies. But the other Indian philosophical schools and religious systems are so closely associated with the Buddhist system, Buddhism. So therefore we have from Vedanta, Nyaya, Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, all the major texts are acquired.
Yeah.
This is modern.
Yes, this is a modern. That's why we have this cheap. These are all in book form. In the
I don't book copy with me at the moment, but there's one book of
Astrology, how they see? They see hand?
when I get a copy, I'll send you. Yeah. You translated it? Yes. Fantastic. Good.
The work of Indian masters. Indian master, Bodhicharya Avadara. So, Bodhicharya Avadara by Shantideva. Shantideva translation into Tibetan language. This was translated in Padmapada, Padmapada. More than 3,500 texts. So they used to print on black dark papers. Also writes flavors.
The computers have taken away all our capability.
The computer printing the bottom prints. And this is one of the manuscripts we have collected. The main script is Bengali script, and this is Tamil again. The and a lot of different editions.
And this actually is meditative. Visualize and then, and once you meditate, every detailed thing say should be visualized. And then associated with that visualization is incorporation of your passion. No, they are all these three should go together. You can see it, and then anatomy. Chinese Tripitaka, in Chinese language there are around 1,000 treatises of Buddhist scriptures. Yes. Japanese.
Have anybody done any research on why Buddhists are violent?
As Master rightly said, it is not belonging to their heart.
It should go in their heart now, because from childhood they should be taught. मुझे ऐसा रिसर्च करना है. That's the journal I write. So this is limited now.
Yes.
It needs to come here.
Yeah, the events को cover करता हूँ.
This is what is most important.
Technical way.
So this has gone obsolete now.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Latang, Australia, Germany, Nepal, then we acquired them and took it here.
Present government.
यहाँ पे वोट है
हाँ ये
This is for exhibition.
This is we want to make this kind of display here.
Yes, sir.
All things.
How?
Evenings, whatever we capture here, we film here, and we have some.
Okay, and very much happy with this. You know, it should be digitalized in this fashion, everything.
So this was digitized by our team.
Yes. So wonderfully done.
Yes.
Very neat.
These are the guys who went there to do this.
Wonderfully done, this digitization.
So when
Beautiful. This is the way they put up this whole thing.
This is a collection, a private collection from Himachal Pradesh. In Gondola, there is a small village, and there, the family, they have this collection. And it's like a 13th century manuscript. And
Must be
they donated or you get it collected? Edited here.
But this is the only copy outside their monastery.
Yes. So this is the place. No, this is the place where you do the teaching of Buddha. Yeah, and translated. And this is a 13th century manuscript. And you can see
It has already been translated by others or you are translating?
but this is already translated since 9th century. Into 9th century.
Totally, completely
Yes.
it has been translated. Go for the translation
Also, we have
model because that will be easier. Why should I go into it? This is the normal tendency. What we do. That applies.
Conference that took place, in last October on Pramana, Professor. This is on Pramana.
Pramana.
Yeah, it's a very hot topic,
Yeah, Pramana Shastra is a very hot topic.
very hot topic.
I should say this kind of thing cannot be actually doesn't come under the UGC norms.
And UGC norm is something which we have to defend for them.
And we organized one international conference on medicine.
Yes.
Medicine.
You know, one thing I learned with UGC is that you demonstrate, then tell UGC that you also do this.
I see.
And they always follow.
Right.
Only thing is that the health insurance, I followed, they said that no, we will follow, you cannot follow.
This is a Nukkad.
Nukkad.
From our students.
Yeah.
On Swachh Bharat.
Yes.
Yes, one.
Yeah, this is the
That one, right?
I see, just unless that is done.
So when I see children wasting time like this, I find it difficult. You know, because there is nothing there.
To reach there, they have to go through this.
This is very good.
That's why I'm asking that
This
question.
name has kind of
Listen, it's expensive.
Yes.
But once you have lots of rice.
so this has a kind of some features.
We do it on outsourcing, and then it will cost
Too much. But can't it be?
The collection of Sanskrit manuscripts from Nepal, from Cantonese. We have like 2,552 titles of the Sanskrit manuscript. And one of our departments is working on this manuscript, related to Sanskrit research. And then
They work on these kind of rare manuscripts.
But this kind of work cannot be put under, this many hours of teaching, this many hours of that,
We cannot do that because it is very
time consuming, and you have to depend upon so many people outside. So this has to be classified as a different category.
So the original we have to put here, sir. We can make it change.
So what is the difference between this and that?
There is a book scanner and this is microphone scanner, sir.
so this one,
This one, sir.
This one.
Yeah, yes.
This makes microfilms.
Yes.
that is a hard copy.
Very nice.
We can digitize microfiche and microfilm.
Oh yeah.
And we are doing that so this is how this is also a scanner.
This danger to damage to
Very nice.
As you have seen, we have a huge collection of earlier cassette phones. Now we are doing MP3.
Yeah.
we will translation and things like that. I mean, do voice recording. what happens sometimes is you just revise them and translate to whatever language.
No, this is another process.
I can also learn language.
Yes.
Here. I know Marathi, Hindi, Tamil, and the English. But Hindi, I can't read and write.
But you can speak.
I can speak very well.
It's a very big area.
Yeah.
They tried several times.
Oh, I see.
But the green side.
The assignments,
Students come and prepare their assignments here.
entertainment.
Yes, of course.
How
That
many
is part
people
of
can
the
sit
science.
here?
So, is that compatible with other softwares that you work?
See, all those you can do with the, Microsoft. You can also do the Linux.
They have their own laptop. That is privately owned.
They don't need our
University provides some common room where you have to
This is yes, ladies hostel. So for the convenience of the students.
Only
Yes.
ladies hostel.
Second, there is no point to keep it around
150.
They are realistic.
This one is 150.
For the students.
Yeah, the students in the class.
Class.
Yeah. सिर्फ टीचर नहीं है
और तीन क्या तीन स्टाफ हैं
सिर्फ 3 स्टाफ है
कोई टीचर नहीं है
हमारे यहाँ अभी विद्वान ये कुछ कर रहे हैं एक्सपेंशन के लिए कि अगर हम उसमें कुछ एक्सपेंशन कर सकेंगे तो फिर रंगनाथन के उस काम को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए काफ़ी सहयोग मिलेगा।
वो IIT वाला IIT लाइब्रेरियन TIFR का BIRC का इंडियन स्टडीज इंस्टीट्यूट सब लोग आया था मुझे सोशल साइंस इंस्टीट्यूट में हम बताए थे हम ऑफर करेंगे मगर आप आकर टीच करिए मैं काम कर रहा है वो लोग भी टीच का गाइड करता है हाँ वो भी कर सकते ठीक है थैंक यू कुछ भी नहीं लिया
इसलिए आपने विंडो इतना ही रखा है
मूल माध्यमिक फलिका माध्यमिक अवतारा चतुशतका and then Pramana Shastras, Abhisamaya Alankara, Abhidharmakosha. Yeah, all there's a wide range of texts and subjects. And the Chittamatrin.
You have a large corridor. Wide.
And this is one of our conference room, and
you are well developed.
Technologically far more superior.
So, for your information, when we had this interaction with the American, Washington, mics for every student, cordless mics, and from there, everyone has to come in front of the laptop to speak. Professor came here. Professor came here and had interaction with our students, and then he found that because you are studying philosophy and psychology, epistemology,
And also experience.
yes,
Grounded experience.
yes, grounded experience.
They are coming
Ground
with their students
reality,
this
yes.
September.
And now they are coming with their
With their
students.
students from Washington.
So you charge them their fees. Their tuition fees you charge them here.
Yes. संप्रदाय. Sakya, Sakya, Sakya is there? Sakya is there?
This is the education department. Director of the education department. ये आपका डोमेन है.
जी जी जी.
Teachers
At the moment, how many teachers you have?
14 teachers.
14.
How many permanent?
Permanent is
Regular.
contractual.
Contractual.
All are contractual. All
They are full time or part time?
no, full time.
Full time.
All are full time. Yes.
14 teachers?
Yes, yes.
Then they are permanent.
Yeah, so in that is what we say. They are not hired on part-time
hour
basis.
basis.
No, they are fully
Then
engaged.
what is happening? You run a MBA program. This one. See, if the government doesn't give you to appoint full-time faculty, if they are able to appoint, faculty on a full-time with all benefits, that is okay.
Rule does not provide.
Rule, we'll change the rules.
Unless the rule is changed.
We'll change the rules. Come.
नमस्कार. धर्मदत्त चतुर्वेदी.
मैं नहीं प्रोफेसर, मैं आपके सौजन्य और मैं तो ये कह दूं कि तिब्बती और बौद्ध संस्कृत ग्रंथों की चिरंतन चिरकालीन मैत्री और संगति जो 7वीं 8वीं शताब्दी से लगभग 14वीं 15वीं शताब्दी तक मानी जाती है ऐतिहासिक दृष्टि से, उसी के तारतम्य में मैं आप लोगों के सौजन्य और आशीर्वाद से हूँ.
हमारा एक लेक्चर हो गया सर.
नहीं
अच्छा लेक्चर हो गया. आप जैसा महान प्रोफेसर ऐसे ही बताता है. आप रखिए ऐसे ही.
जी जी.
आपका सर संस्कृत शब्द सारा वो तमिल में मिल गया होगा. तो सब तमिल में मिलता है.
तमिल में मिलता है. हम तमिल है.
अच्छा जी जी.
संस्कृत भी सिखा देता है हमें.
तमिल तो संस्कृत से मिलती है. काफ़ी शब्द संस्कृत में मिलते हैं. एकदम संस्कृत है बल्कि ये कह दिया जाए.
ठीक है साहब. नमस्कार. नमस्कार. आप कितने लोग हैं साहब आपके पास?
जी.
आपके साथ कितना फैकल्टी है?
मेरे साथ अभी 3 गेस्ट फैकल्टी हैं. 3 गेस्ट फैकल्टी हमारे साथ.
ये खान भाई क्या वाला है? नहीं तो टाइमली आता है.
जी.
गेस्ट फैकल्टी ठीक टाइम में आते हैं.
हाँ अध्यापन का नहीं सर, ये तो इस प्रश्न का तो कहीं अवसर ही नहीं मिलता है. सभी लोग यथा समय 8 बजे से लेके 1:15 तक रेगुलर क्लास, इसके बाद फिर शोध कार्य, लेखन, फिर आप भी फंसाए रहते हैं हम लोगों को. अब हम क्या करें. हाँ, और भी रिसर्च के कार्य तो यहाँ लगा रहता है सर. यहाँ 9 बज जाता है, 8 बज जाता है सर. खूब बढ़िया ढंग से शैक्षणिक, सांस्कृतिक और सोच संबंधी कार्यों में सभी लोग हम लोग
अच्छा काम में लगा के रखते हैं.
हाँ जी सर. हाँ, वो लगाए रहते हैं सर बिल्कुल हमेशा.
हिंदी बोल रहे हैं.
शुद्ध हिंदी.
Welcome to publication department. Welcome to publication. These are all of our publications. We publish under terms. It was not there in the morning where we went.
You saw that
in the meeting.
shelves. And then when we went to the respective departments, most of these are produced from our departments. But 25% of the works are from outside. But we don't just publish except for publication. We process it through volunteers and.
आपके पास इधर प्रेस है?
नहीं, हम करते नहीं.
लोकल प्रिंटिंग नहीं, लोकल
नहीं,
प्रिंटिंग
ये करेंगे तो बड़ा परेशानी हो जाएगा.
वो बहुत पैसे हो जाएगा. नहीं करिए.
इसे हम करते हैं.
एप्लीकेशन बहुत अच्छा है.
हाँ, आप
हम लोग का यहाँ का जो स्टैंडर्ड है एप्लीकेशन का वो बहुत अच्छा है.
नहीं, हम देखा है, सुबह से देखा है. देखिए ना,
हमने यहाँ तक किया वो खरसा दिल्ली की खरसा. हम थॉमसन प्रेस से भी हमने टाई अप किया.
नहीं बहुत अच्छा है
जी And this is one of the very valuable research done by one American. Avatara हिंदी भाषा है हिंदी का अनुवाद किया है
ये मैंने अपने हमें नहीं आता है
BA and this is a classroom for English language and it is also a smart class. ये भी गोदरेज का है दिख रहे ये लाइफ वो है ना आपकी लाइफ साइंस का
I'm assistant professor in zoology.
zoology है
Lab assistant.
full time तो यहाँ पे
experiments you carry out here.
Yeah.
Or B.Ed students.
We have B.Ed student for life science.
BSc
B.Ed for life science. Those
Life science branch.
Done in schools.
Yes.
The sun it should not come now. It's getting hotter.
It's a temperature.
अच्छा हुआ अच्छा लैबोरेटरी ये के लिए चाहिए ना थैंक यू
Thank you, sir.
They are actually forcefully accommodated here by providing this kind of partitions. Actually, this was a hall because we don't have any space for so many people.
Regarding the
Deans,
department?
for the faculties, for everyone.
So it's very good actually.
Now, yes, finally we came up with this kind of, at least infrastructure, yes. Experiment, research, library, and then medical preparation.
आप खुश हैं इधर? हाँ? It's a nice place.
Earlier they used to take, we earlier had only 3 teachers. So they used to take 8 to 10 classes every day.
Oh dear, that's too much.
He used to take 8 to 10 classes. And then in addition to that they have OBD. In addition to that they have to look after the pharmacy, medicine manufacturing. And now we have the students who have passed out, like she is the first batch, and then we have students like him, and now we have 10 students who are now the supporting heads of
Masters in
You teach?
Yes.
How many hours you teach?
3 periods.
3 periods a day.
And then clinic also she is very
So how many hours? So in a week you teach 21 hours?
3 periods and 6 days.
6 days.
18 hours. 18 hours. I teach only 10 hours.
And then in addition to that she does clinic
It is 5
OPD.
from 8 to 5 we are busy.
And where is your home?
Just near
Near
Sana.
This place is very difficult to travel. Right?
Senior professor, assistant, UGC says for assistant is 16 minimum.
But I teach 10 hours only.
Not, that is
I'm
10
not
hours.
expected to teach.
10 hours in
No,
a week,
per-
right?
per-
And
per-
he teaches, I think, 50 hours a week.
That's
50?
Yeah. 50.
You can file a case.
Again, here we have only 2 teachers in Jyotish.
Jyotish?
Yes.
Maybe those are
You can see my Jyotish?
Yeah, they do horoscope, wonderful horoscope. They can
I
do
have no
from
horoscope.
and then they do horoscope from different angles. So we also have, we are not just simply confined to our traditional Jyotish, and we do have interaction with the modern astronomy. So we have a very good scholar who unfortunately passed away recently. Otherwise, he is very well equipped in Indian Jyotish, Indian astronomy, Tibetan astronomy, and the modern astronomy.
He was a faculty here?
No, he
used to call here.
Yeah,
We used to invite him.
Yeah, we used to invite him, and we were going to start a collaboration program. Unfortunately, he passed away. But so he and they discussed and have interactions. They had interactions earlier, and he was invited and gave a series of lectures here.
So
this
what
is
do
why.
the graduates go after here?
So from here, they can go to the profession of Jyotish, and then teach Jyotish and do research. What I try to encourage them is do research in this, because this field is has a very high potential of the library for the education.
Geology they have.
Chemistry, physics, chemistry, water.
So the big library also has books for them, na?
They have books, yes.
This is
And
departmental.
yeah, this is departmental library. We have 4 departmental libraries.
Very good. You are working here?
Yes, sir.
Huh? You are working as what? Teaching assistant?
Assistant library.
Assistant librarian. She's librarian.
Okay. Very good. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, but
Part of this library is, it belongs to Swarikpa, the Tibetan medical. Part of this.
Geography,
And,
economic history.
these are all from
Education. I'm from this Saripa.
Pedagogy, botany, economics, and geography, maths, English, and pedagogy. नहीं कहाँ पढ़े?
पांडिचेरी यूनिवर्सिटी। I have PhD from पांडिचेरी
हाँ, हमें लगता है अब हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट में आ गया। आया इनसे आया था। ऐसा लो, I had said okay, boss. So very good. Thank you. Keep it up.
Pondicherry University.
So that is good.
Tibetan
It's that, you know, you can break down actually this regular class. It's making this participant.
अच्छा जी वेरी गुड
दोनों का UGC for the rural areas.
I don't know. I don't know. One of our professors.
Sir,
Stand up in front of this, and then because they need to learn how to speak.
Confidence,
Confidence building. And the question.
Interaction.
I visit. I visit all the classes on that day.
And it's good that you have a large board.
Right.
And teachers must be able to fill the board.
Absolutely. They sometimes some of the teachers are very innovative, and then sometimes they write also. They are multifunctional. They write it to use posters and use internet. So we have Wi-Fi throughout the campus, so they can download anything.
Use map. This is map of Tibet.
It's about 45% of the present China's land.
Total area.
Yeah, total area. 45% is Tibet.
It is so big.
Yes, it is so big.
It's quite big.
You see, this is Bhutan. Bhutan are there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Nepal. And this is Nepal. The entire Nepal.
That was the biology lab.
Yes, life science lab. The chemistry teacher. Full time.
You are well provided.
This is chemistry lab.
Analytical physics.
This is physics. Since all the lab materials could not be accommodated here, we have a part of this in the hostel.
No, but this is what teachers should learn this only so that they can teach properly.
Right, yes.
This is science में कुल
Science
18 और इसका जो एक एक्सटेंडेड मीन्स हॉस्टल में अच्छा क्योंकि पूरा समय यहाँ एकोनॉमिक नहीं हो पूरा ही हो पाएगा तो
Very creative.
ठीक है ऐसे ठीक है चले
진기 조지죠. 행원수 개인 experience while
So at the moment we don't have a secretarial staff for Dean, so we provide 2 hours gain experience while learning. For 2 hours.
He will sit here.
It's a good idea.
So he sits here for 2 hours.
It's examination time.
50 rupees you give.
100 rupees per day.
100, yes.
He's going to retire from this year. Earlier he was the dean of the language, modern language, and was a great writer. Also reading novels. एक पुरस्कृत भी हुआ है ना कहाँ से?
अखिल भारतीय साहित्य परिषद भोपाल को
भोपाल से
ये किसका फोटोग्राफ है?
ये हिंदी के एक बहुत बड़े कवि निराला जी सूर्यकांत
त्रिपाठी निराला. This is Shabd Vidya Sankai.
Namaste ji.
Right? Okay. Tibetan language.
Tibetan language
Tibetan language and literature. ये कई महीनों से ये तैयार कर रहे थे.
शाम को
हम पांडे साहब नहीं है ना पांडे जी
जिनका है उनको दीजिए ना.
मैडम यादव जी विजेता हम परशुराम ने
इन्विटेशन के बाद और एक दो भी आने वाले हैं, प्रोफेसर के.पी. पांडे जी और प्रोफेसर आनंद मिश्रा जी, उन्हें बुलाया। आप
Yes, छोटी स्पेशलिटी है
अजय सर
पैथोलॉजी
हाँ अजय
एनसीटी
हम यहीं से देख
कॉम्पिटिटिव स्टडी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कुछ मॉडल पैथोलॉजी का यूज़ कर लेते हैं, क्योंकि जब हम क्लिनिकल रिसर्च करते हैं और जब एक टोटल डायग्नोसिस है उसको कोरिलेट कर लेते हैं, फिर तो एक्यूरेट मिल जाएगा ना। यस
Professor Prasad ji, they are the patients who live in Varanasi. I was asking them from where did you learn about this, and she was telling me that they learned from their relatives. And since how long they have been coming? For about 1 year. And has it been very helpful or they have been working?
percentage 95
नहीं बनारस में है इसलिए तो नहीं बता रहे हो नहीं
हो सकता है जी
बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स हैं, बहुत जगह पे गए हैं, परेशान रहे, लेकिन यहाँ पे काफी फायदा हुआ है।
अच्छा अच्छा
चलो अच्छा है
वेरी गुड
ये नहीं
क्या दिन है ये भी
जब सही
नमस्ते।
स्टूडेंट्स तो उनको तो they have no attachment ना। हाँ। We were dishing out on lab.
Our state manager
sector is here.
That's for the maintenance
So
items.
we have these kind of things here.
Consumable and perishable.
I know.
Time to time.
The stores.
Yeah,
These are
they are the
stores,
stores.
yes.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
And this is state officers. Yes. This is maintenance wings office. We have the examination on the top and then registrar's office on the first floor. Yes.
Finance is different. It is on the second
First floor.
First floor.
There is only one thing. The registrar is looking after finance and also
And the
control.
control.
And also registrar administration. 3/4 police are done by registrar. No, no,
Yes.
so everything will be the first floor.
Yes.
Very good. You are all happy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Very happy.
Thank you. Good.
Students elected body, which is like a students union, but we don't call that students union. And then besides that, we have a students leader who take care of the mess management. So entirely elected
by the
student body. Yes, the entire. So this is mess management.
Mess management curriculum.
Run by students.
Sir.
So here we have this is the place. This is the place where I was talking about.
Dispenser.
Yeah.
So first thank you मैं मैं जानना चाहूँगा
अच्छा यहाँ पे ये he sits here for 2 hours in a day, and then students who want to come here. Then another option is they can go to the different dispensary. बहुत बेसिक है, हमारा प्लान है एक अच्छा जिम बनाने के लिए। जी हाँ, तो बहुत बेसिक है। एक अच्छा वो अच्छा खासा UGC के जो ब्रांड था उसमें जिम का जो भी ब्रांड उसमें उसमें काफ़ी
How many must be there?
Actually, this is for gym.
Gym can be outside. ठीक है.
जी, exclusively for solid research. Medical chemistry.
Those are herbs?
Yes.
This is the humus.
Chemical research from this
Try it.
This is a prefab structure. It's a concrete structure.
Oh, this is a concrete structure. Yes. It's a basement.
Basement.
Yes. Basement. Not
Usually it's a basement, not for research. But we don't have accommodation.
No, this is a very good place.
Steam therapy.
Steam therapy.
Steam therapy.
All so much common.
Yes, yes. And this is called the copper cupping.
What we do is,
so they put fire inside and then just put on your skin and they suck it.
This one. Burn that
Invasive means here, the animal invasive. They will sack them up.
Yes, they do.
That is mild, it is invasive.
And this is but who are engaged in outside, Varanasi, we can call them.
You can call them, yes.
Once we have positioned in which
She do it.
Yes. She will be heading this section.
Yes.
You will have one
He's in
patient.
charge.
Yeah. You have absolute patient. So you have a backup, big one. Yes. We have two.
See, actually, sir, I have a suggestion. Just to put the roofs on the top. Yes, that's what we are doing. On the roof itself, now we are going to do that.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. But yeah, I think we'll go to the meeting now.
Okay.
We have still 20 minutes, sir. We have still 20 minutes.
It becomes our responsibility to listen to you in terms of, what are the core issues you have, so that we can address some of those issues in our report, or what you want us to address in our report. Just to put it in an open manner, that's what we really wanted to learn from you. So we open up the floor. If you have any questions to ask us, of course we'll be happy to answer within our own ability to answer. But otherwise we want to learn from you. In August 14th, I will tell him that they want to start a program like this. I'll tell him. हम तो छुपने वाले नहीं है ना. हम तो अभी बोलेगा किसी को कोई मिलेगा उसको बोलेगा उसको सपोर्ट करो. आप भी थोड़ा सोचिए. हम तो है आपके साथ है, मगर हम तो इम्पोज कर नहीं सके. हमारा काम तो रिपोर्ट लिखने के लिए रिपोर्ट तो लिख लेगा उधर. What are the concerns you have? Are there any specific concerns? My English is okay. I speak Tamil very well. I learned English after I came to university, where they taught me in English only, Tamil only. Okay, don't worry. So with my English, I can manage with you. So what are the key problems, issues you face? If you were to write a report about this university, suppose we both exchange sides, what will you write? That's what we want to learn from you. Mind you, whatever we discuss remains with us. They had issues about number of subjects they learn in Shastri, Mool Shastra, because they have about 7 or 8 subjects, and it continues. It doesn't taper in the sense that by the time you come to third year, post
But you have given the suggestion that how it can be done.
So broadly, these are the issues we got from them. But since you are alumni, so you could throw some light on how we can address these issues. We told the students a few things. One is that, first of all, and talk to them. They will be happy to support the students and the campus.
What our students have been done, and I think our Professor D can share more.